Or no one is speaking.
Yes, as I said, please, I'm speaking. I said, looking at the color combination, the test, color of the test agrees with the background. So there is harmony between the colors.
Good. And you can see a clear contrast between the background and the color. So this will make reading very easy. Okay. Yes. What else? So you've talked about color. How about the fonts that were used?
It's nice.
It's nice, eh?
Yes.
Okay. So I remember mentioning something about hierarchy. So the most important element is what you make bigger. What we have here, multimedia has the biggest size. Okay, and there is poster. Poster also has a different typeface altogether. And that also helps it to stand out because it also has a different color. Okay, so there's nothing I can say. I think the colors and everything are fine. All I'll say is maybe increase the education a little because it looks like it's separate from the multimedia, but it's all supposed to be one
entity.
Yes.
So you said I've sent a link to you.
Okay. So you separated it, and it looks like multimedia is different from in education.
Yes, sir.
Color-wise, size, and everything looks that separate. So we try and put that together as well.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. And this too. From here, I think. Okay. Let's look at the second one. The second slide. What can we say?
Here, looking at the background of the text and let's see the slides background. Assuming this is what we are supposed to be reading, I think reading will be a bit difficult. It's too deep. So the text in the apple green is not that visible to, let's say, when you are presenting to a large class.
Yeah. So the color of the body text is what you're talking about.
On the heading, where the definition is, the color for the definition.
Okay. Okay. All right.
When you are reading from distance, it's a bit difficult for you to read.
So what do you think could have been done there?
The background color could have been changed to a different color altogether, or they can use white for the text.
Okay, I don't think I have the permission to edit. I would have edited it. Yes, who also has something to say about the color for the definition and the...
Sir, you can do that. You can do that for me.
You give me the permission there.
Yes, sir.
Let me check that. So that we compare with the white he mentioned. So
okay,
the thing is that the black on the green is very good. Okay, it's very good. Just that the font is too thin. Okay, so the font is thin. Let's change the font and let's see something here. It already used impact. Let me go for something like Roboto. How about now?
Yeah, it's bold. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So the font was too thin for a heading. Okay. And the body text too. Yes, what can we say about the body text?
Yes, with the body test, I was going to suggest white for the body test.
Yes, white to produce more contrast. This one looks like it's a gray color. So let's change it to white and see what happens. This is more visible. How about this side? Mary, please, I can't open your link. I'm trying to, but it's not working.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
The font size for the body text, I think you could have enlarged it a bit so that the writings we can get it clearly.
Yeah. So it has to work on the body fonts. Okay. The body, the text that I used here is a bit more than just a heading. So it has to be a bit bold, because I think this one is, because of the thin and thick strokes, is difficult to read. It would be good in an exercise book or in the textbook, okay, but having it here, thin and thick stroke, this type of typeface will not really work here. So you can go with very simple fonts, sans serif. Okay, let me just say use sans serif fonts. Okay, use sans serif fonts for the body text to make it easier to read. Okay, so if you use Arial like this and you make it bold and increase this a bit, let's say you underline it, but maybe that's not your style. Okay, you can just leave it like this. Okay, so just compare the one in the first box for text and this one. Which one is more readable?
The first one.
The first one, yes. So let's check that. All right. Let's look at the last slide. Okay, this one has pictures. So can move on. So like the other one where we changed the font color, we can change it here to white, okay? And then choose a sans serif font for both the heading and the body text, okay? And that was what we done here. But there's consistency in the color that was used, the background and everything. So whoever sees it knows that we are still on this. We've not moved away from this particular one. So that's a good job there. And you brought in simple transitions. Let me open the next one I have here. So Iman, that's a good job, okay?
Okay, sir.
And keep working on it too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We keep learning, so we will improve it to go along. Yes, please who sends this one?
I don't think the owner is present.
Is the owner present? Let me look for the owner. Okay. Danny's name. I can't open yours too, Daniel.
Hey. Also, what's happening? There is a certain padlock on top of. Okay, so
There's a padlock.
Done it.
Okay. Okay. Mohammed, please grant me access, okay?
I've done it.
All right.
There was a certain padlock.
Okay.
I've opened it.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about this one. What can we say?
So it's not showing now.
But you can't see my screen. Yeah, the one we have now.
Right.
Yes, let's talk about that. Then we'll move on to the other one. Then I've been able to open yours, it will come.
Okay, so the colors, I think that he took time to make sure that the colors are communicating very well. They agree with each other, so it's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for contrast, it's clear. It's easy to read. Okay.
Yes.
Because of the colors he selected, it's easy to read. What else can we say? He didn't give us a cover slide.
No cover page.
Yeah. And the use of space. Okay, with the use of space, I think there's too much space down here, and the text is close up there. So you could have shifted the bullet points down a little, okay, to separate it from the topic a bit, okay, or the heading, to separate it from the heading. Then this will get breathing space. I like how he was able to put an image with a plain background there. And perhaps you could have also put a shape behind it. This time I want us to, add those shapes and the rest, make use of them for each point to make it visually appealing. Okay, this one looks a bit plain. You get that? Looks a bit plain. Right, so the same format for this too. Make use of the white space. When I say white space, I mean the negative area, the empty spaces around. Okay, let's make use of that. Okay. So it was consistent throughout. And you could have managed the let's look at this page. Putting it all together. And let's look at the bullets there.
The text is too many than the too many on the page.
Yes, so there's too much text, and the organization of the text. The organization of the text is also a bit problematic here.
The text alignment.
Yes. So it says hardware components. Is the owner here? Hardware components work together to perform tasks. That's the point. They have key components. That one is smaller than the first point. So is it something under that point or what? You get it? So you should be able to organize your text very well and your content. You should organize it very well too. facilitates understanding. This looks a bit confusing. Right. Is there any other thing you can say? So for his color selection, the background and the text contrast makes it easy to understand, but the organization of the body text is what he has to work on. Okay. Right. Okay, so we're on another one. Danielson applied an animation here. What can we say?
Very nice background. Yeah.
Yeah, a nice background picture. Okay. I know this is just a text. It was just a test. So next time you have more information and you organize it well for us.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so next slide. Okay. Oh, that was it. Enhancing learning through technology is the subtopic. Right.
Yes, please, sir.
No. Okay. Then it should have been on the front page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should have come down here. Okay, under this. That would make it better. Instead of giving it a separate page, just to write enhancing. Otherwise, if you want to maintain it like this, then the enhancing learning through technology should be in the middle. It should show that that's all that you have on this page. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This makes it look like there's body text that you want to add to it.
Okay.
You get it.
Okay.
So organize it well. And the color for your shape and the outline. You realize that the outline has a different color for the subtitle and then the one for enhancing learning through technology. One is deep, the blue here is deep, and the other one is light. Maintain the consistency.
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right. And our final page. Okay. What can we say about the final page? Plus, what can we say?
Please say, with the educational videos, interactive simulation, digital storytelling, and where the arrow has been pointed to the examples. When this page was displayed and I looked on it, I became confused until I saw the example at the right side. So I was thinking that he was supposed to bring the example at the left hand side because we read from left to right instead of the example being at the right hand side.
Good. So in a country where they read from right to left, this would be easier to read.
Please say yes.
Yes, than for us because we read from left to right. Okay. What else can we say? What can we say about the shapes used there? or say something. No one, we are not trying to condemn the way. Just say something about it. If you're afraid that we'll speak about yours too, because I don't do that. Okay. Mary, please resend the link, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right.
Ante Mary. So I would say everything is good, everything is intact. Yeah, looking at how the arrow have been pointed to the definition and then the example. It's not bad.
All right. Okay, so I would say that with the shapes, try and maintain some consistency in there.
Yeah.
Okay, you look at the thickness of the first arrow and then the second one.
The second one.
The second one is thicker than the first one, obviously because the second one has more information. Do you get it? And the first one is also longer than this one. You could have organized it better. Okay, you could have organized it better. And then the shape for the definition, shape for example, they are not the same. Okay, but if you maintain consistency, we know that. Okay, so you have to get a theme. Let's do this. So you have to get a theme. Okay, so all the shapes for this look like this. Do you understand? So once we see it, you know that we are talking about this subheading or something. What is multimedia in education? One side of the shape is curved, the other side is a straight, slanted cut there. Okay, you have to check that too. So just pick a shape, maintain consistency, and organize it nicely. Okay, but overall, you guys have done well because this was your first time, and I'm sure you keep improving. Okay. This one is very catchy, the colors. All right, so can I get one more? Yeah, more than 20, and I've gotten only 3. Okay. Mary's link is in.
I didn't complete it. Okay.
Okay.
You don't have to complete it.
So you see,
Yeah,
one good thing about using Google Slides is that the messages come to my phone. I don't have WhatsApp on my laptop, but it comes to my phone. Once I open it, because the account is on the laptop too, it appears there. Then I just opened it there. But imagine if you had sent it to me in PowerPoint version. Now I have to send through Bluetooth or something. Do you get it? You don't have, so this helps you. Once you have it in the cloud, you can open it anywhere at any time and do your editing, then you move on. Okay, so let's try and be using that more. Slide 1.
The
Yes.
color arrangements and then the text is fine. The tests are readable on the background.
You said the text is readable.
Yes, but I can see that the colors are too many.
Yes.
There are too many colors on the page, so
So too many colors. She said she didn't finish, but we can still talk about it. Looking at the introduction we have down here, see that the alignment is not okay in the rectangle. Okay, it's not centered. Oh, Mary, that was a star. Was that a star we wanted to go with?
No, sir. I was just trying my best.
Okay, it's good. It's the first time, so She will surely get better. So we move to slide 2. Okay. Okay, we've already established that the colors are too many. So let's forget that one and talk about something else. How about the animations in the slide?
It's nice. The animation makes the presentations an interactive one.
Yes. So after presenting the first part, the first point she wants to talk about, then she moves on. Okay.
Yes.
This helps.
Sir,
Yes.
hello sir.
Yes.
Yeah, with the I think we have to consider gender based. You know, women and colors. For them, they have using variety of colors. And I think that's one thing behind the motive of using it. And with the animations and everything, it tells you the direction that you want to get away in a colorful manner. Thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Please, I have problem with where he where she has placed the distance, the meaning. The meaning should have been at the top.
All right. I thought you were going to address the women and color issue.
I think the colors are many, as Danny said. So I think it will tend to disturb the eye.
Yes.
And even the red one, yeah, the text is not that legible.
Okay. Because she used a dark color, black on red. There's no contrast. Okay, there's no contrast, so it makes it difficult to read. But you look at the yellow and the black, very readable. And the turquoise and the black at the top, very readable. Okay. Your organization is okay. The plan, let me say the plan is nice, just that you couldn't organize it well here. Okay, it's simple and it's nice. It helps send a message across easily if you could organize it very well. You said you were not done, so we'll not talk plenty, but if you organize it very well, it would have been very nice. The contrast here, okay, in the yellow and the black. But I'd rather talk about the colors because she's a lady, she likes colors and all that. You have to consider your audience. They come first. Okay. So you have to consider your audience. If you are doing it for kids at a certain age who like color, then that's fine. Okay, so you consider your audience. But with this topic, teaching internet, I don't think you were teaching or you are planning the lesson for kids in the lower primary. Or this for lower primary class.
Listen.
So you consider your audience and use do something that suits them. Okay. Also, the font. I just noticed that the fonts are not of the same size for the body text. A global network of interconnected uses and then network of networks. The fonts are not of the same size. Check that and make it consistent. Okay, and your alignment and all that. These animations, they're very interesting. So when you come, this is the first thing we see. When you turn to this slide, this is the first thing you see. What can you say about the animations that were used there? What can we say about that? At least here the colors have been reduced. So you see that she's going on, it's getting better. Oh, what can we say about the animation? The way the main information came before the heading came. What do you think about that?
I think it's about the animation, how she selected them. I think she finished with the main word before adding the animation to the headings. That is why it happened, because it was also happening to me. I wanted to do it, but the moment I open my slides, the main information will come before the headings come. So I didn't even bother to continue. So
okay, so how do we address that challenge that you faced?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now to address this challenge, okay, one of the means that can be used to do is that you should actually work on the animations one after the other. So when you select the element of, let's say, the first one, okay, and then you would set how slide in or slide out, okay. Afterward, you would select the next info, that's the data pack. Then you select information is broken into small packets for transmission. Then you make it appear after the next one. You get it? And so the data pack will come, the information after it will come. You follow sequentially like that. I think that will solve how the animations are popping up irregularly. Sir.
All right. All right.
Hello,
So
if I can have my voice, I just joined.
Okay, there's almost like yes, come again. I didn't hear what.
So in working on this, can I speak?
Oh yes, go ahead.
Hello. Okay, so
we can hear you.
in applied animation, one little thing. Okay, sir. One thing I know about applying animations is that when you are applying animations to you can use the master slide option where whatever you want to do or however you want your work to appear, you use the master slide option to work on your work. So that when you are done and you are applying, where you are adding your words or whatever you want to add, everything has already been done in the master slide already. Or when you are applying if you don't use the master slide option and you are using your normal slides and you are applying animation, you choose your work one after the other. You apply an animation, then you come to the next one, then you come, so that it will appear in that order.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Sir, my network dropped. I couldn't finish the network. Oh.
And so you didn't finish talking.
I don't know whether my submission ended before the network dropped or something. Why realize the network is gone.
I think we got what you said.
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay, so this is Mohammed's slides. What can we say?
I think the usage of space is on point. Color and background combination. It's fine. It's very fine. And,
Okay, is the white very readable at the top?
yes, but I'm talking about where you place the slide 1.
Mm-hmm.
The slide 1 could be on the left arrow, the arrow on the left.
Mm-hmm.
So it is assumed that the shapes that were placed were not used. You see,
Okay.
the shapes.
The shapes are just there for design.
For designing, but you could have also use them to do something.
Okay.
So look at slide 1 has gone to hide.
Okay.
So the design is too plenty on a page.
All right.
So one design could be all right.
Okay, so what you suggested has been done in slide 2.
Yes. Yes. It's fine.
What can we say about what we see on our screen?
The words are not readable.
The words are difficult to read.
Yes, please. The black ones.
Yes.
That is maybe it is because of the background.
Yes.
The background and then the text combination.
The font size. At least the font size should have increased a bit. It would have been better.
Okay.
Okay. So you see the gray that you've used there is a tint of black. Okay. The gray is also black, but this time it has some white in it. So it's the same family. That's why it's difficult to read it. Okay. You could have used the lighter shade for the background. Very light shade. Okay, for the background, or light color. How about this?
Improper use of space.
Okay. How best do you think this could have been organized?
There's much space on the left and right, so at least probably the first generation of computers could have been maybe moved to the right with it, and then the picture to the left or to the right, either of them.
Okay. So let's try this. And you see that the picture has also been stretched.
I also think the picture has
also been stretched. If someone was saying something. Okay, I don't have color combination, yes. The black on the red for the slide is not readable. Okay. And the text itself, the body text. I wanted to rearrange it for him, but I only have the permission to view. Can you check that for me right now, Mohammed? Okay. Let's move on to the next slide. What can we say about the use of space again?
the use of space in there.
More spaces.
There are more spaces. So what you could have increased the font size to fill up the spaces. Let's see the second generation at the top there, and then in the yellow background too. You could have moved the text upwards.
Okay.
Technology.
Okay. So the organization again. Okay. It looks like they are all separate entities.
Yeah.
The space in between there is too big. The space in there is too big. Even if you don't don't increase the size of the text. I think this size is fine. Just bring it down a little. Move this one up here a bit. Okay. And then it will look like this shape is for body text and this space up here is for the heading. Okay. So increase this shape to a little bit. And the images, I remember telling you that if you don't, if you are trying to resize and you don't do it very well, you end up stretching the image or compressing it in a way. So you see that it happened in the previous slide and it has happened here too. Okay. Yeah, so this one is just like the previous one. Thank you too. But I didn't add any animation. That's fine. Okay, so that's good. I think we've all learned something from
yes,
experience.
We have touched on all the common problems: space management, color combinations, organization of the work on the slides, and then space, how to squeeze, how to stretch the images.
At the end, how can be baby, sir?
Hey, that is true, my dad.
Human
AI. Human AI.
And the old farm mass and okay for someone. And the mass and my nature has a different class. Who's up with the group?
Okay, so about the animation, Kofi, Project Kofi.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I've noticed something when it comes to this development of presentation, animation, and stuff. You know,
Okay.
on the normal playing ground, Microsoft PowerPoint looks much easier and more, let me use the word advanced. Sometimes you do the thing on in Microsoft PowerPoint. You want to bring it to Google Slides, just like you can convert Word to Google Docs. But you see that when you convert it, after even converting to slide, it will tell you that some of the things are not compatible with the animation and stuff. So what is the issue? Because I've been doing that and it's not easy. The last time we were even supposed to do some work, I did everything. We recorded everything in PowerPoint. We tried to, because the work actually demanded that we use Google Slides for the presentation. So what we did was we did it in PowerPoint. We did the recording and everything. When we brought it here, we converted it. We had that challenge. So finally, we have to abandon it and use a podcast instead. So what is it? What is it that causes that? Because they are almost the same, but as soon as the conversion happens, then you lose some features.
Guys, what do you think is the problem?
Let me add my voice.
Why didn't that happen?
Hello.
Yes.
Can I speak? Miracle.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Miracle.
Okay. Okay, so the Google Slides, yeah, it's made for it's just for that online environment. So if you're using Google Slides, Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Sheets, all these three Google productivity tools, they are mostly made for the online environment. So if you are using it for your offline work, it makes it very difficult. Some of the features, and there are a lot of features that are not available in the slides, in the docs, and in the sheets environment. When you check that with Microsoft Office and other advanced Office tools. So let me say it is not everything.
By miracle, you are saying that the Google utility tools are for online, but do you know that you can have it, you can work on it when you are even offline?
PowerPoint, yeah. So when you are at a certain point, we were asked to record ourselves in a video. If we were doing it in Google Slides, we are going to fumble a lot. But if you are doing it in PowerPoint, you could have even done that offline. So it's just the environment. The Google Slide is mainly for online works, doing some simple online presentation, doing some simple online collaborative writing. You can do that in Google Slide, Google Sheets, and Google Works. But if you are
Miracle,
By miracle, please spare what you are saying.
miracle.
Even when you
doing
get
it
access
heavily
to
to
the
go,
internet
yeah,
using this feature, that is where you're supposed to get access to more features, rather. But my first case is that he's being restricted.
Beside no, even relax. Beside that, Crown, what he said the Google stuff is online. You can use it offline. Maybe he hasn't seen that feature, but sometimes it will tell you that you can work offline. You toggle it to work offline. Then when you go online, it synchronizes and updates whatever you are doing. So it's not that is not the issue. There is an issue. I want to know why. That's why
Now, Project Kofi, I would say that we should all agree and disagree that the software that companies develop, they all have their features.
offline. There are some features
Very good.
like
And so you see, Miracle, you see for
some of the
instance,
transition.
like you see, we currently have WPS, okay, which is also one of the most well-known softwares for
it's not
these
easy.
stuff. That time. It comes with its slides, its document, and everything, and it has innate AI features. Okay, so what I would say is that in as much as we can say that they don't have the features, but then PowerPoint do have it. So if you convert it, it won't work. That one is really true. For instance, when we were working on the Articulate 360. You see, they have the storyline and the 360 storyline. But surprisingly, I did a work in the 360, but when I tried to open it in the storyline, some features were not working. Though they are even from the same timeline or the same developers. Okay. So the thing is that the features that you're talking about is really not present in the Google Slides, no matter how, probably unless in the distant future, the Google Workspace increase or probably enhance their system, then the features would work. I think that's the only answer we need for this.
I think that's the same thing I was talking about. Features that can never be found, no matter what you can't find them in the Google Workspace environment.
By per miracle, per your explanation, it means that the Google the PowerPoint act differently.
Microsoft PowerPoint and his colleagues, and it's what do you call it?
Miracle. Have you used Microsoft 365, the online version before? Because if you're arguing like the argument that a court could give makes a lot of sense, because that would be a kind of feature limitation, or let's say everybody and hates lane. These are two tech giants with two different features. But when you talk of one being mostly for offline, then That is where the confusion comes, because I know of Office 365. I use it. I use the online version, and it's online. You get it? So
And
I think
I wouldn't debunk what even you are saying. Microsoft Word is online. If you sign in
yes,
with your Microsoft account,
man.
it's online. And so
Yes,
if you are saying online,
that
it is
argument,
not true. It's
yeah,
simple.
it's true. So I get it.
Microsoft Word is online. PowerPoint is online.
So
Because there are
let's
several times where I log into my Microsoft account and stuff I did on my laptop is on my phone. It synchronizes. So the online argument doesn't stand.
the synchronization is where I want to get to that. Why is it that when you do Word, you can easily convert it to docs? You wouldn't have much issue. But when you do PowerPoint and you bring it to slides, that is where you have issues. And
Then you haven't tried with Word, okay? I did somebody's thesis for her. And then I made sure that font size, alignment, naming, page numbering, I did everything, okay, on Microsoft Word perfectly. I know it's working. But I should have done it PDF and sent to the person. But part of first thing, I uploaded it online and shared the link. To open, then everything has distorted. And so that limitation is even in Google Docs. Maybe you haven't used those extensive features in Microsoft Word and haven't noticed it.
All
It's
right.
there. It's really, really disturbing. So right,
Let me come in.
it's there.
Okay, so basically, I think Daniel mentioned it. There are two different companies produce their products, and everyone wants their product to be synchronized. So they'll put in features that will make you like theirs. Okay, so it's not one company producing it. Everyone has their own feature. Maybe some will work here and there, or work on both platforms, but it will never be the same. You just have to understand that. Okay, so I think the challenge you are facing with you're saying that PowerPoint is more advanced than, because we are more used to that. That's why I want us to explore this one too, so that in case you don't have PowerPoint somewhere and you have access to Google Slides, because you all have Google accounts, you'll be able to work in it more comfortably. Okay, so let's try and experiment more with this one. Some of the features are limited here as compared to PowerPoint. Okay, in that same way too, there are things that you can do here that PowerPoint cannot do for you. Okay, so let's just study both software and see which one we're more comfortable with using. But it would be good if PowerPoint lays the foundation for you to work here. So it would be good if we learn how to use all of them. Okay. All right. I wanted to talk about the animation before he asked this question. Okay, so you see that when you select any element, let me move from here and come back to this slide. If I select any element, now I have the option to work on it here. Okay, so to make it easier for you, plan on how you want your work to go. First of all, just finish everything without the animation, then later you bring in the animation. Okay, to avoid any confusion, just prepare everything like we have on our screen now. This is how the final work is going to look like. Then let me bring in my animation. I want this one to appear first. So add animation. What kind of animation do you want to bring in? Fly from left. Okay. How should it come? On click. So when I come here and I click, then that one comes. So it means that this is going to be the first thing that will be animated when I come here. Then I select this one, the next thing that I want to appear or add an animation to. I select that shape to, then I bring in an animation. That one should fly from right. Now I can make it on click too, so that when I click, then that one also comes. Or just change it to after previous. Okay, so let's just look at those two for now. So I said the first one should be on click. So when I click, this one comes, then the next one comes after it. Do you get it? But this one, I've not added any animation to it. That's the body text. I've not added any animation. So it was there when I came. But let's say I want to add an animation. That'll be the third one I'll add animation to. So I select that one, add an animation to it. And what do I want to do to it? Let it fly in from bottom. And that should also come after the previous one. Okay, so let's play it and see. So on click, this is how it's working smoothly. So you just have to take your time and do it one after the other in the order in which you want it to appear. Okay, in the order in which you want it to appear. Otherwise, you finish and then you'll be something that should appear first will appear last, and everything will be scattered all around. Okay, so let's move on to
my problem. My problem was
okay.
what we are doing right now.
Okay.
Looking at the right hand side where the animation panel is.
Yes.
I never knew that the number of animations that I'll be applying is what has been listed over there. I thought that all the arrows are for one animation. So what?
So you just click it and all you have to do is select the object. Let me call it object or the element on the screen.
Oh, okay.
And when you select it, you see, because I've added an animation already, it's highlighted.
One arrow position there is for one object.
Yes.
I never knew. I thought it is for the one object.
No.
Oh, okay.
So look at how that light blue rectangle around the elements change. This is on the first one. Okay. And it's even giving you a thumbnail of the object. So this one tells you that this for the definition. Then I select this, it's for the flying. Then I select the body text. It's also for the body text that you see there. But you see, I only have 3 now. But there are other elements. These ones I've not added any animation. So when I click it, okay, when I click it, nothing has been highlighted until I click add animation. Then you see that has also appeared there. So now we have 4.
So that is the reason why my slide is only 3, because when I was applying the animations, the thing was just flying from anywhere, just like I didn't want to do anything again.
Okay. So that's it. Okay. That's it. All right. You can go on and continue editing. I've touched it. Let me switch to something else now. So last week we talked about video production and editing. And I said I want us to start that today, and we'll be using Camtasia for that. And how many people were able to record their screens?
Hello there.
Yes.
Yes, for me, I wasn't able to record, but then I have a previous one that we did, which can equally serve the same function. So I think I would say I have my screen for it.
Okay, that's fine.
Sir, in fact, me too. I downloaded the Camtasia, but I couldn't install it.
Oh, is it that you didn't get time or you had a problem installing?
It was a zip file, but when I opened it, I didn't see the actual thing I'm supposed to install.
Emmanuel, how did you do yours?
Okay, sir. I downloaded it, then I just installed. Then I copied the file, the crack file. Yeah, and then pasted it in the program files when I located the Camtasia folder.
Okay.
Okay, then probably what
Because
you
I
didn't do
think
is that you didn't extract the zip file. Okay, you need to extract it first before you would see the setup file.
I think I just gave you the link to the folder so that you wouldn't have to even extract it. That's what I did. So once you download the folder, everything is in there. So try and re-download and see. Maybe there was a problem in the download. But do we all have the Camtasia now?
Yes.
Good. Okay, I mentioned that in PowerPoint, there's a record feature that you can use to record your slides. I don't use that one. I use Camtasia. So we are going to use Camtasia. Okay. You can try that too. But before that, let me just take you through some few steps. What you need to do before you start editing. Sorry, you start recording. Just like some general guidelines before you record your screen. So the first thing you do, these are just some tips. The first thing you do is to clean off your computer's desktop so that the recording area is clear of distractions. Okay, maybe you have a lot of icons and even your wallpaper might end up distracting someone when you're going to record your screen. So make sure that the icons, folders, and everything on the desktop, okay, is cleared. You can create a folder and put everything inside. After recording your screen, you can bring it back onto the desktop. Just make sure that you have a clear screen that doesn't have anything that will distract your viewers. Then you close any applications that are running and turn off notifications. Okay, you close any applications that are running and turn off your notifications. Then open the applications you are planning to record and resize them on your desktop as needed. You have to be conscious of this so that when you are recording, WhatsApp messages will not be coming in to distract you. Okay, not just your learners, it could also distract you. At the end of the day, maybe we don't know what message is coming. Then you record, then that message will pop up. It might distract someone. Okay. And for most recordings, you may want to prepare a script to read while recording your audio. Okay. You can have a script beside you to guide you in explaining the point you want to explain. Okay, maybe there are some key terms that you need to mention. So if you have a script, it means that you've organized what you are going to say in your head, what you have in your head, you've organized it on paper, and it will make it easier for you to record your screen and have a smooth recording. So a script will help you to plan out what to say and what to show on the screen. If you don't want to write an entire script, just try creating an outline of both what to say and what to do. So what do we have to get here? We are talking about what to say and what to do. So our audio and our video. We talked about a plan. What plan was that? What plan do you want to
storyboard.
guys? Good. You need a storyboard.
Storyboard.
Okay, so if you have a storyboard, thank you. If you have a storyboard, it helps you. You know that I'm going to show this part of the screen and I'm going to say this when I get there. You get it. Another tip is that you complete a dry run through of your recording. This will help you to expect the unexpected during the actual recording. Okay. Maybe there's a problem with the software you want to explain a particular software, there's a problem with it. You may never know. But if you do a dry run, not the actual recording, but you go through as if you are recording to say, okay, I'll say this here, I'll do this here. If there's any problem, you see it and rectify it before you start your actual recording. So try to do a dry run through. Then you make sure you have a microphone connected for your recording. You can also use your built-in microphone if you have one, but external microphones provide a better recording quality. Okay, provides a better recording quality. If you don't have it, if you don't have the external one, just use your inbuilt microphone. You create a folder in a designated area on your computer for saving your files. It could be the desktop documents or a network folder and so on and so forth. Okay, you have a folder that you save your files in. And if you need to copy or open a particular file as part of your explanation or representation, make sure that all these elements are in one folder so that when you open it, so that you go and organize everything in the folder, and where you save the work to, you should organize that. Okay. So having said, I'm going to open Camtasia for us to look at the features. Okay. And start something. All right, can you see my screen? All right. So when you open Camtasia, this is what you see, the welcome screen. This is it. This is how it's going to appear. Okay. And when you look at the left side, you see get started. That's the first thing that will be highlighted. If you're able to crack it, these are the number of days you have. It will always be 99,999. Okay. And this is Camtasia 2022. Then when we move to the right side, we have a tab for new projects. So if you're going to start a new project, you click this one, especially when you are you have files that you've already, let's say you have media files that you've already downloaded or recorded. Okay, you just want to bring them in here for editing. You start with the new project. Then you can also pick one from templates. These are the templates, and the templates will show when you are online. Okay, when you're online, you get access to some templates. We are not going to use that feature. So we'll close that. Then you can also open an existing project. Okay, when you click that, make sure you know where it is. What Camtasia does is that it creates a folder in documents.
Hello, sir.
A folder called, yes.
Because you are showing only the Camtasia screen. The subfolders that open, you can't see it because it's not the entire display, only the Camtasia app.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the template. Okay. When you click new from templates, these are the options. And like I mentioned, if you're online, you get access to templates, but we're not going to use any of them. You can even download some from here. Then you can also open new project. Sorry, open an existing project. Okay. So Camtasia creates a folder in documents, and that folder is called Camtasia. Then when you open it, you see your projects. Okay, this is the extension for existing projects, TSC PROJ. Okay. So the TS is TechSmith, then the C is for Camtasia project. Okay, so you open that project if you have a project you want to continue. Then new recording. Okay, this is what is used for recording your screen. And when you click new recording, this is what happens. It's going to show you this subfolder. And the first part, this dialog box here, the first part is the screen, your screen size. Okay, so you can choose to record your full screen, which I'm doing now. You can choose to record your full screen, or you go with a custom region. So when you click the custom region, we see that a shape will appear, a rectangle will appear, and you should be able to draw around a particular area. Okay, this rectangle. So if I draw the rectangle and I place it around this area, it means that's the only part of the screen that you are going to see. Can you see the broken lines that have formed the rectangle?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
yeah, it's visible enough, yeah. So it means that that's the only area that will be recorded, that region. Okay, so if it's maybe just something small you want to record, or a small portion of the screen you want to record, you can determine that using the rectangle here. So that is a custom region. Then you have the wide screen, which I'm using now, or the default one, 1920 by 1080. Okay, that's the default screen size. Okay, then you can have the Instagram size too. If you're recording for Instagram, that's a square. So when I place it around this, I just look within the screen area. Look here, the screen area, you see that it's only filled in green, the portion that I've highlighted. So I'm going to change it back to the screen one. Okay, the main screen. Then to the right side of that tab, we have the full screen. That's where you can record yourself. Okay, so if you want to record yourself as part of the video, you can record yourself there. When you click the arrow down, if you have an external camera, you see it there, but here is just my inbuilt camera. Okay, so that's what is here. Then a microphone too. I have my inbuilt microphone. I'm not using an external microphone. So you also check the microphone here. Okay, select which microphone you want to record with. You can increase the volume here so that it records louder. It means that it will grab more sounds around. So if there is any noise around, it can be amplified in this. Okay, so you check that too. How loud you want it to record for you. Then you have system audio here. You can turn it off or on just like the other ones. And the system audio will record any audio. If there's, for instance, there is any song playing on this laptop I'm recording with, it will be recorded. If notification sounds, okay, those beeps and the rest, when they come, it will also be recorded. Okay, so you can record the system sounds. Once you're done with everything you want to set, then you just click on record. Okay, record to start the recording. So let me go back and demonstrate with this. So let me record something else because of the feature I want to show you. So I'm going to start recording, and I'll minimize this and go back to my desktop. The countdown, and now the recording has started. Okay, you can see the recording on the screen. You can pause it, you can stop it once you are done, or minimize it. So I've minimized it now. I want to go to my desktop. So this is the desktop. And I'm going to demonstrate how to create a new folder on the desktop. This is what we use for the demonstration in Camtasia. So to create a new folder, you just right-click on an empty space. Then you select New. select folder, and then type in the name of the folder. So I'm going to name the folder Multimedia Tutorial. I click enter and I have my folder created on my desktop. So that's how to create a folder on your desktop. Okay. Once I'm done, when I come to the taskbar, the red one, you see there are two icons there, the green one and the red one. The green one is for the studio and the red one is for recording, the recording studio. So I click on that, and since I'm done, I just press the stop button and then it's done. Once it stops recording, it's going to automatically open in Camtasia. Okay, this was an existing project, so it has also joined the files there. That's the one you see on your left, the first one that has appeared there. I'm going to close this project. Okay, so I didn't even demonstrate how to open Camtasia. Let me start with that now. I've closed everything. As usual, you can have a shortcut here, okay, or just go to your start button, go and look through your apps. And if you use this option, you have to look for the TextMate folder. And that's where you have the two options, whether to go directly into the studio or to open the recorder. Okay, the first one, I opened it directly from Camtasia, but here, let me open it from the recorder.
Hello there. Sir, my
Yes.
network went. I want to know where we are. My network went off. I want to know exactly where we are.
Okay, so now we are learning how to record our screen with Camtasia.
Okay, sir.
All right. So you see, with this one, I didn't open the Camtasia Studio. I just opened the recorder. Okay. And once I'm done recording, it will send me directly into the studio. So the settings we went through, very done. Let's just start recording again. I just want us to see how that also works. Okay. So we are going to create a folder. I'll delete the one we created earlier. Let's create this folder. So to create a folder, you right-click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create the folder. Then you select new and then folder. You go ahead and type the name, of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as Multimedia Tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, you can minimize. Okay, but we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop and let's see what happens. Okay, just stop. Let me just open the Camtasia. I closed the other one because there was already a file, a project I had opened. Yeah, I just want us to start afresh and see how it all happens. And together we'll look at the features of the interface and then we continue. All right, so you can see the project has opened. The one I just recorded, it has opened by its own, okay, by itself. You see it's there. And since I'm sharing my entire screen, you can see my picture in picture view. Don't worry about that for now. Let's just play it and see it. I just want us to see how that also works. Okay. So we are going to create a folder. I'll delete the one we created earlier. Let's create this folder. So to create a folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create the folder. Then you select new and then folder. Go ahead and type the name, of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. Once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, you can minimize. Okay, but we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. So you didn't see that thing showing on the screen. That recording with that panel or tab also, it didn't show on the screen. That's how it is for Camtasia. You see it on your, do you have your laptops with you? Just open the Camtasia you installed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. So we are now in Camtasia. Let me go to the home button here. I just clicked on that and open a new project.
Sir, but my Camtasia can't maximize to the full screen.
As in my whole screen that is showing now.
No, not like that. You see, applications can maximize to occupy the entire screen. But I think
Yes.
I'm not, or I need to select a new project first. It's not covering the entire screen.
It has covered the screen. So you can minimize it like this and maximize it like this. You are thinking about the full screen mode.
Yes, full screen mode.
No. So this is what Camtasia does for you.
Okay, it can't go full screen mode. Okay.
Yes. So when you enter Camtasia for the first time, okay, and you look at the left panel, that's where all your tools are. Okay, you have record here. We've looked at the record feature. Now let's look at what we have at the top there. We have what we call media. That's the media bin. Okay, when you click that, it opens the media bin. Can you see the media bin there at the top? And that's where all the media files will be brought. So whatever you want to do, okay, the elements you want to work with, this is where you are going to drop them. For instance, this is the recording we did, okay, and it's there. I can also bring in other recordings. Okay, so when you look down there, you can see a plus sign. If you want to import anything, you see a plus sign down there. If you click it, you can import from Google Drive when you use this option. Okay. So I've clicked it, or you right click an empty space, then import media to open media files on your computer. The shortcut is Control-I. So in case I want to bring in any media, I just go and open that folder that has it. Oh, this one has been moved. Okay. So I open that folder. On my desktop, I have a folder called Materials. I open that folder and say, bring in an image. I select the image and click open, and now the image is here. Okay, you can see the image there. that media has been brought there. I can also bring in an audio file. So let me add that too. But this time, I'm going to bring it in here directly. So I'll open the folder and drop it in there without using the import option, the Control I option. So another way you can do it is to just go and open the just go and open the folder. Just want to minimize this. So materials, then let me bring in a stock image I downloaded. So this one. I'm not a Chelsea fan, okay? I'm just using their logo for demonstration. And I picked that because it's a PNG image. I just want to demonstrate something with that. So you see that the images are grouped together, the videos are also grouped together, and the screen recordings are grouped. When you bring in an audio tool, it will also be grouped. Okay. You can.
Lord.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Lord.
Hello. So you can sort them by type, which we have here. You can sort them by name, okay, which we have now. Then the duration. Okay, these ones are not all the same file. So the duration, there wasn't any sorting. Then you can sort them by size. Okay. So the best one I think you can go with is type, so that it will be easier for you to look for a file. If you know that the next thing I want to place here is an audio, then you know where to find the audio and put it there. You can also group them or change the view. Okay. So reduce the size a little or bring it there like this. So you can do a lot of things that you manipulate it anyhow you want, just to organize it for easy viewing. Then after the media tab, we also have the library tab. You click that, and then this is what you see for Camtasia Library in 2022. Other versions will have other media files. Okay, you can download more, but they are organized into folders. When you click the first one, audio, you obviously have the audio here. So if you want to bring in any audio file, you can select it from here. And now, if you want to preview any file, it could be a video, it could be an audio, just double click it. And it will preview for you. Okay, so maybe you want a song and it's in the background.
Audio ni more there.
Okay, so you can pick one from here or bring in your own audio. Maybe there's a particular song you need to add to communicate something. Okay, Shatawale's song, maybe what you are teaching has to do with that song. Don't bring a song that will distract your students. Okay, so you pick any of them. You can bring one from your own
songs.
Yeah, you can bring your own songs in there or audios in there, or just pick one from here. Then we have the call outs too. Okay, the call outs too are here. Let's look at some of them. For instance, the countdown. If you double click it, this is what we have. It's counting down from 250, okay, to 1. We can have this countdown to 10 seconds.
Nice.
Okay, so you can preview them before you use them. Okay, so these ones are the call outs.
Call out. Sir.
Yes.
Sir, yeah, what's the function for the countdown?
Well, it depends on what you are going to do.
Depends on what you are going to do.
Okay. Maybe you want to use it for an interview.
Okay.
Yes, you want to use it for an intro. Before everything starts, you have a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Someone has unmuted themselves and is giving me feedback here. Okay. All right, so the counters are there. Okay. You don't need to use all of them. Depending on what you want to do, the resources are here. Then we have indicator text. Okay, indicator plus text. Let's look at some of them. Let's look at this example. So you see an arrow pointing to something, then there's a text here. You can edit the text. Okay, when you are using it, you can edit the text to point to that thing. Okay. So they are also there. Then there is the title reveal also here. Title reveal app. Another one left down, title reveal. Okay, so how the title will be revealed. You can bring it in here. Okay. And these ones are all editable. Okay, but these things too, you can do it yourself. Once we learn how to do the animation, you can do it yourself. Maybe you don't like the styles here, so you create your own. Okay. Then there are indicators here. We'll check that. So the library is full of resources that you can use that will aid in editing your video after you recorded. And let's move on to another thing. Let's look at the channel kit. So subscribe. You have that option here. You don't have to edit it yourself. It's just that place it on your video. In case you want to create content and place it on YouTube, that's fine. You can do your own tutorials and put them there. Okay. So these are all channel kits, things that can help you on your channel. Let's pick one more. Okay, so look at these ones. So there are a lot of resources in there for you. To use in your works. Okay, so from the library, we move on to the favorites, the favorites tab. Okay, there are some of the effects, example, call outs, effects, or other video enhancements that you can save as favorites, especially things that you use often. I've talked about consistency. If we produce serial videos, okay, videos in series, and you need to be consistent in it. Okay, so there are things that you use often in editing all the videos. So you save them as favorites so that when you are editing, it will not be difficult for you to locate them and use them. Okay, well, let's look at annotations. We'll save one of them as favorites and you can save them. When it comes to annotations, that's where you have your shapes and text and all that. Okay, let me select one. So this is the arrow that has a call out with a text in it. Okay, it's an annotation. Maybe you get to in your explanation, you get to a point that you need to highlight something. Okay, you bring it down there and then you edit the text to show, let's say, a website. You need to highlight. You mentioned the website in your presentation and you need to highlight it there for them to see. Just type it in here, then it will show. Okay, these other ones are there. So if I like using this one a lot, I can just click on the star beside it, then I'll find it at favorites. Okay, when we came here earlier, there was nothing. If I don't want it as a favorite anymore, just click it, then it leaves that place. Okay, so the annotations that you can use are all here. You can have with the shapes, you can have some selected. So these ones are basic shapes. Let's select all the shapes. That's where you can find more of these call outs there. Okay, just select the one that you think is best for you, the one you'd like to use. Are we following? Is there anything we'd
Yes,
like
sir.
to? Okay, good. Let's just follow this patiently. So like I said, if you want to preview anything, you can double click it. And with this, you can resize it. Even though it's a small one, you can just resize it. See some notes at the ends. Okay. You drag it and resize it. Okay. This one too, we have all selected here. You can look at abstract ones, basic ones. I just keep it at all. And the shapes too. Okay, all the shapes you can use are here. All the shapes you can use. Let's pick this circle. Double click it and it appears here. Then you can edit it. But note that when you are trying to resize, it will distort it. So to maintain the shape as a circle, what button will you click? It's just like the one we used in Photoshop. You hold down the shift button and the shift key. When you press the shift key and you move it, it's going to move or maintain its shape. But without the shift, it becomes distorted. Okay. So in case you need to enlarge a shape, this is what you do. So there are more shapes here. You can also have some blur and highlights here, which you use to highlight some parts. So when you select it, but there's nothing here. That's why you're not seeing that effect. You can also have some sketch motion here. These things are very useful when you want to highlight. Okay. These annotations help you to highlight information. So let's say you want to draw around a particular area. Okay. So look down there. Look down there. That's where it is. I'll come to this side, but let me just show it to you. It's animated, so you need to play it. Let me just play it. Okay, so you see a rectangle being drawn. So if there's something you need to highlight, to just draw a rectangle around it. You can have this organic one. That one is more organic than the first one. First one is very rigid, but look at this one. Okay, so depending on which one you prefer, you can just use that. You can also use the correct sign. And just move this from the correct sign. Double click, play it, and you see it. Okay. So these sketch motions are also there. Can even have a star. Once you select it, you can resize, reshape it in a way. Okay. It looks like a stretched one. Let's delete that. And we have some keystrokes here too. Okay, these things can come in handy. Control A if you want to teach how to select all and all that. So the annotations are there. You can use them for anything you think they are fit for. Then we have transitions. The transitions help us to move from one frame to another. So there are so many transitions here, but let's take note of how we'll use transitions. Let me just do something here. I'm going to demonstrate how to use a transition. We'll come to it, but I just want you to see the examples. Real. Enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. I'm not getting the transition to work here. As multimedia tutorial, because it's the same file, you are not really seeing the effects. When we begin editing, you see it. Okay, but there are so many transitions here that you can try out. Then we have what we call behaviors too. Okay, let me just type something here. Okay, let me just use an annotation instead of typing. Let's say you have this annotation there. You can add a behavior to it. Okay, so when I drag a behavior over this annotation, see how it appears. I drag the pop up. Okay, pop up, this one. That's the one I'm using now. So it makes the annotation pop up. Let's bring in another annotation. This one. And add a different behavior to it. Jump and fall. You see it. So anything can jump and fall on your screen. Animations, very important feature here. Okay, we have the custom animation and then we have the presets that we can apply to our works. So when you come there, we'll look at how they all work. Okay. Then we have the cursor effects. Okay, these ones help when you want to highlight something. So cursor effects like the cursor spotlight. It will blacken every area apart from the parts where you applied it. Okay. So wherever the mouse moves of the folder, the cursor moves on the screen, it will also and then you press and highlight it. Okay. Let's try this one to the highlight tab. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. The mouse is not moving now, so so watch the mouse move. When you apply the highlight, wherever the mouse goes. I'll delete the one we created earlier. Let's create this folder. So to create a folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create a folder. Then you, okay, let me change it to the cursor spotlight. You see that it blackens every area apart from where the mouse cursor moves to. Okay, so this one helps too. So we are going to create a folder to highlight. I'm using two of them at the same time. The other options you can use there. So I have the left click. or the scope. Let me begin with this one. See how that also works. Okay. So we are going to create, when you click something, I'll delete the one we created earlier. Then it creates a ring around it, okay, which helps to highlight it. And let's add the sound and see something. Okay. So we are going to create a folder. How that also works. Okay. Did you hear the sound? Okay. Okay, so that's the click of the mouse. Then voice narration, you can add, you see that it's moving as I'm speaking. So you can start recording. Okay, then you add it to the work you're doing. So in case you need to add a voice over somewhere, you can do that if it didn't come with the audio. Okay, so you just start recording. And when you finish recording, it will be part of the media you're using. You look down there, we see more. There are other effects there. We have audio effects that you can add. Okay, these are the audio effects. These are the audio effects. We have emphasize, fade out, and fade in. So for instance, with the fade in, the song rises or the music, sorry, the audio rises gradually. Okay. It comes in gradually, then fade out. When it's about to end, it ends that way. There's a noise removal that will remove noise, audio compression, and all that. You can experiment with them. Then we also have, once you click on that, another one will go and hide there. We've looked at voice narration already, so let's bring visual effects. It's come to replace a different one. It has come to replace the last one, which was audio. So the visual effects too, we have a number of them here. For instance, when you look at this media mat here, let me just demonstrate something. Let me pick this call out. Okay. Let me pick this call out and place it here. Now with this shape, if I bring in the visual effects media mat and place it on it, it has covered every area and left just that shape that you created. So it has created a mat for you to cover every area and leave that shape. One day we'll use it. Okay, we'll use that effect for something. It will come in handy. Then other ones are the color adjustments. Let's bring it over this one. It has changed it. Color tint has changed the color. Okay, they're all there. So we look at audio. Then there is interactivity, which we will not use. You can add a quiz if you are doing an interactive one. Then the caption, okay, you add captions to it. Okay, on-screen caption for your students who will need that. Okay, bring in visual effect. So these are the tools you can use in Camtasia. The elements and everything, they are all there. Then when we move away from that side, we can see what we call the canvas in the middle. Okay, you can see the canvas in the middle, and that one can be moved as well. So if you move your canvas like this, when you finish and you export your video, this is the only area you're going to see. It has to fit into the middle. Okay, and this tool is what is used for moving it, the move tool here. That's what moves the canvas. Okay, to even help you to resize it. So I can resize it like this. And then this is the only area that will be recorded. Okay, so this area is where the recording will take place, where you see the lines. Then there's the hand tool that you can use to pan or move the canvas around as well. There is a crop tool that is used to crop the canvas. Let me undo all this. Okay, then there's the crop tool that you can use to crop the media you've placed on your canvas. Okay, so it will crop the media you placed there. Then you can have the size of the canvas, how big you want it to be, or even detach it from the screen. So you can see that you've detached the canvas. If you are using multiple screens, let's say you've expanded your screen, you can move this one to the other screen so that you can have just the editing part here. Okay. You move this away from here if you have another screen. But we don't have another screen, so let me reattach it and expand it. Sometimes you might need, if you are using a lot of files and your tracks are many, we'll talk about tracks soon, you might have to move this so that you can stretch this up, okay, to see all your tracks here. So having mentioned tracks, let me come down to the tracks. So this area down there is where your media will be placed, okay? So you see track 1, track 2, and it's just like layers in Photoshop, okay? So the one on top is what we see first. Like, as we have this, if I bring in this image and place it on track 3, because it's an image, I can just stretch it like this. You see that it has covered this. Let me just increase the size. This thing is not changing. Okay, let me change it from here. The original file is very small. So this is the biggest we can get. So because this track, or this on track 3, it has been laid above the other ones. Okay, it has been laid above the other ones. So you arrange it. Let's say you have an icon. Let me just use this Chelsea one as an example. This one, I want to place it at the corner here. At the corner here, like a logo for a TV station. Okay, you want it to be in the corner here. You would want it to be above the other ones. If I move that track to the bottom, you are not seeing it, even though it's still around, because this one has covered it. Okay, so for that one to be above you just place it here. And for how long you want it to be on the screen, you extend it, okay, so that it will be there throughout. So those are the tracks, and you can do a number of things. You can rename this track, for instance. If you right click it, you see a number of options there. See a number of options there. You can minimize the track for it to look smaller. You can maximize it. Okay. Let me minimize it again. And open it up a bit like this. If the tracks are many, then you need to minimize it to help you. And it has some options. There's a magnet option here that will draw the track. If I enable it, see how it will snap that media to the side. Okay. So it means nothing can move away from this side. And so I toggle it again. Okay. So
Slim.
Yo, Zina.
For email, send him CC.
I can't.
Let's just
Right.
talk about Rihanna. Bram, Mate.
Iba me can't.
Maybe just can't. Only know which case.
Yeah, I don't
Hello.
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 We need to
Hello.
come on. Daniel.
Hello.
No.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Sir just went off.
Yeah, please. Please, is the class off? Are you done with the class?
Yeah.
Hello.
No. Sir
We are
just
not
went off.
on. We
We
are
are
still
still
on.
having.
Okay, so he have you called him?
They just went off.
You join.
Okay. But have you called him back, or you are yet to call him?
It just went off. His connection just went off. Few.
It can be that
Sometimes
he's still online.
if you don't call him to remind him that
He's
he's
still on.
offline, he might not know. So you let me call him and see.
Call him, la. Ah.
Okay.
Prosper, be careful. Thank you, sir. I'm very careful. I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. Yeah.
Humble lion.
Mr. Merle.
Doctor, my first quiz was Amakiana.
Hello. Colleagues, but interface we the Baba project on.
Oh, now your project be out. We didn't your project. Your quiz now.
Time one come in the debate project.
Oh,
Project be any baby. Project be any baby, Massa.
Project or higher project to fee.
Project, you know, environmental we no nearby.
Yeah, Charlie, kill on your project.
Oh, as a visa kakeo. Dr. Amadi,
Jose. Yeah, mehu.
Imam is with the media na sendo.
None matter cry.
And come coach.
So Nadia na say this.
Me say, shock him po. Dimpo. Shock him po.
Yeah.
Slice, go slice near no more send the man will say, will be a sharing uncle in the link. Right.
Slide.
Dimpo, how do you send me? Why?
But your family send me editing and media. Why?
But don't baby, I need anything to so into so jaya they are saying you.
That's what we have to.
This was created by
Una kura se wo.
Na me influence with her.
Una kura wo. Una service wo.
Yeah, so
no, you better not.
Oh yeah, doctor.
Mary dear,
Eh, Basor.
Now we're a doctor.
Me a native doctor.
Hey, but so why the envy small?
Oh,
Remember what
Record you can be born if you
Remember baby na wa umu say obi asa na hoye. Uma amba so amere hoye.
No, go
then
so
it's your problem.
So,
problem,
very kasa.
Your problem, Anna.
Very kasa.
Danny Slim.
Danny is a very jealous guy. Please, Munjano.
Danny Slim.
Where Basor? Where you Danny? Where Basor?
You must also from Basam.
What is the Mazem? We were some cat and the point in Tijuana.
No, but so until I but so I saw for why, Mr.
That's why.
Everyone what
That's what the bank.
What's that for the bank? Who be them in Quasso Zawana?
Eh, Moriana.
Mpacho na moka so oye masem no. Mpacho hwan na ne mama ye bema.
Mo unya
Very good.
Come on. Anna. What you be afraid?
Sapak. Kadia
Would this Sumasija? Would this Sumasija?
Another myself in it. Match with Japan.
Masem dear, why? I saw by a Masem.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know I had gone off. Where
No
did
problem.
you lose me? Hello.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, where did I go off?
When you were dealing with the Chelsea logo, where you said
I'm not a Chelsea fan.
Right here.
No, like where you place it at the top corner, which you said it can be used by TV stations. Then you drag the panel.
I'm saying like you put the TV stations have their logos at the top.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, you have your channel, then you put it at the top. After that, you didn't hear me talk about the track and the timeline and all that. Okay. So from that area, from that canvas area, let me just go back. We come down here. Okay. And when you come down here, we have what you call the timeline. Let me just delete this. We have what we call the timeline and the tracks. Okay, the tracks just act like layers in Photoshop. Okay, and we have what you call the playhead. This is where you move or what you move to particular points on your media. Okay, so if I want to edit the media somewhere, let's say in the middle here, let me bring back the Chelsea logo and say I want to split it into two. Okay, I can just select it, place the media where I want to split it, or add a particular feature effect. Then I'll go and drag the effect and bring it. For instance, if I bring an animation here, let's go to animations, and then bring in an animation here.
For a beautiful girl to look more like you. For a beautiful baby, she might be mine. Hello, Cristiano. I'm going to turn
Was there a hand up? Okay, someone left the meeting.
I don't want to say goodbye because this one means the
Okay. The name of the folder. So I use the playhead, this thing, the playhead, to indicate where the effects will take place. I've brought in an animation. I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial.
Only the thing I meant to say. I am at 7. People move. Or 7. What you ready? Look, shit, tell me about your wife. What's she like? I know.
You might please turn off your microphone.
You must stop watching the movie.
I'm just passing somewhere.
Okay, so like I said, the playhead will indicate where the effect should take place and all that. Okay, you can use that to move on along certain times in your work. Then I talked about this side, the top part you see here. Okay, that's where the time is. The video we recorded. This is the time or the length of the video. It's a 1 minute 5 second video. The last part you see there, the 08, is frames. If you remember last week, I mentioned that sequences are made up of, from the man's video, is that films are made up of sequences, sequences are made up of scenes, and scenes are made up of shots. And I also added that shots are made up of frames. Okay, so you see that here, 8 frames at the end here. Okay, but the duration of your media too is also here. The full duration will be here. So 59 out of 1 minute 5 seconds. If I add something else to it, you see that here too. But before I move away, let me come back to this place and show you something. You see the 30 FPS we have here. The 30 FPS stands for frames per second, and that one shows how smooth your video will run. Okay, how smoothly your video will run. That's the standard size. And how I brought this here is just to right click on the canvas, select project settings. Okay, the other things you can do there, but select project settings, and then you can select the dimensions for the canvas. The standard one is the 1080. Okay, the commonest screens we have now, 1080. And when you click on that, the drop down arrow will show you more options. So as I move over it, I hover over it, you see that we have different ones. So depending on the screen you are preparing that file for, you select that option. If it's iPad 11 inches or whatever, you select it. So let's go with a 1080 HD. That's 1220 by 1080. You can custom it to customize it here. So the height, so you select it. Then the color, the background color. Okay, you can pick it. That one doesn't really matter here. It just helps you to see what you are placing there, but doesn't form part of the work. So if the file you are placing on the canvas is having a transparent background, it doesn't fill the whole canvas, then you need a color that can help you to see it. Now, when you check the frame rates too, okay, we have 25 frames, 30 frames, 50, and then 60. 60 is the smoothest. It means that in every second, okay, you
Hello,
have,
sir.
yes.
It looks as if you're not seeing the pop-up. So
Okay. Let me change that thing again. Sorry about that. You can see it now.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me quickly go over that too. So I said you right click on the canvas, then you select project settings, and then you can make adjustment to those settings. Okay, the canvas dimensions are there. Depending on the screen size, you are producing the file for, you select that. We are using the 1080. Okay, 1080 pixels. Then this is where you change the color. And I said that the color will not form part of the work. It's just to guide you to see what you are working on. Okay. Then the 30 FPS that we saw down here, this is where you select it from. 25, 30, they are fine. Okay, you can even use 24. Okay, that's what shows how many frames you have in a second. That's why it's a frames per second. 60 means that it will be smoothest. It means, let's take this example, that you want to produce an animation, the traditional animation which involves drawings. The standard frame rate used is 24 frames per second. Okay, 24 frames. So it means that if you want to show an action that happens within 1 second, you have to draw the image doing that action with or 24 times. Okay, you use 24 drawings to show that action. So if you use 30, it means that the changes in the drawing will be very minimal. And if you use 60, then it means it's going to be very smooth. So that's the concept behind it. If you want to have very smooth running videos, you use 60, but the standard is even 24. So the 30 is fine. We apply that once we are done with that setting. And if you want to move within frames here, okay, this is the button you use, the previous frame button. So if I zoom in, look here, you can zoom in on the timeline. If I zoom in and move back, it's moving within the frame. So you see that the last number is what is changing. Okay. Then you can use this to move to previous media. Okay. Yes. And this also controls the tag head. This slider here controls the playhead, sorry. And this part is used for zooming in and zooming out of the timeline. Okay, zooming in and zooming out on the timeline. If you are using a very long video, this is just a 1 second video, but let's say it's a 2-hour video, and you are going to edit it. For it to show here, you are going to have very closed waveforms. The waveforms help to edit, and this part will not help you to see the frames very well where you need to edit something. So you need to zoom in. Okay, if you move the playhead to that portion, let's say around 29 minutes, you can zoom in to be able to effect your change you want to do there. And one main tool we use here is the split tool. Okay, it's the split tool. That's what we use to edit on the timeline. Okay, so I can split. If I want to remove an unwanted part, like I mentioned the cut and the trim and the rest. If I want to remove an unwanted part, this is where I can. Okay. This infinity screen, is it showing at your end too?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was why I was just showing the Camtasia screen. I'm trying to use picture in picture viewing. Okay. Let's come back here. Hope you can see my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. All right. So we've talked about the timeline down here. We've talked about the left side. We've talked about the canvas. Now let's move to the right part where we have properties. Okay. For every media element you select here. Okay. Once you select something, the properties panel pop up. Okay. The panel will pop up here and give you the option to edit whatever you've brought here. Okay, so you can scale here with this option. I've selected the logo, so I can scale it here. You get it? And then you can reduce the opacity to here. You can rotate it. These are all options that are available to you at the properties panel. You can rotate it. Okay, anyhow you want, so you just put in the figure. If you have a particular figure, it's at 0 automatically, so you can make it, let's say, let's try 90. You put 90 there, enter, then it rotates it for you. Okay. But let's put a 0 back there. So this rotates it on the x-axis, then this will rotate on the y-axis. Let's try the 90 for the y-axis too. Okay, so this is it. It has even reflected it here. So x-axis and y-axis. Now the z-axis. Okay, we did the z first. Now let's look at the x. And we set it to this. So 90 degrees on the x-axis. This is how it is. 90 on the y. And 90 on the z. I'm not really seeing anything. Okay. So let's make this let's say 45. Make this 180. So you can manipulate it anyhow you want. Or you can just reset everything like this. Okay. And this rotation is used for, it can be used for animation. All these features you see here, the scale, the opacity, the rotation, and the position can also be used. Okay. So on the x-axis, if you highlight this and use the top and down arrows, you can change the position. That's just moving it, okay, along the on the canvas. See how the numbers are changing as I move it. Okay, so if you don't have any particular figure, you can just move it anyhow you want to. You just want to put it in this corner. You can leave it here and the figures will change there. But if you have a specific figure you want to use, you can use it. You can also change the height and the width. Okay, you can change it. See how it's stretching the image. So whatever you select, you have options to edit them. Just undo what I did before. Let me select something like this screen recording. Okay, the screen recording came with a sound, so it will give me more options. So with that, you can scale it up and down. Okay, so you can scale it up and down. You can also reduce the opacity. rotate it, the same things. Then for the sound too, you can work on the sound here, reduce the grain in it. Okay, then you can scale the cursor on it. Okay, so all the elements that make up the video, you can work on them here. Edit cursor parts and all that. Okay. Once you're done with everything, you can export it. Okay, so let's look at exporting. You can export it directly onto your Google Drive, onto YouTube, Vimeo, and other options. But if you want to save it on your computer, your personal computer, you just use the local file option. Okay, you can give it a name. Let me make it tutorial 1. You can give it a name, select where you want it to save or where you want it to be saved. Here we have documents, Camtasia, you save it in there. There are some advanced options that we will not use, okay? So recommended formats too. When you click on this, you have the formats here. MP4 for video. What is the GIF used for? We talked about formats some time ago. What is the GIF used for? You can't see it.
The GIF is used for short video.
Okay, without sound. Okay, so animations without sound. That's what it's used for. I need to get rid of this. Yeah, so the options are here. And then if it's audio, you can use the M4A, then you export it. Okay, you have it there. So let's start with editing this video we just did, the screen recording. Now, when it comes to editing, one thing that really helps is the audio that it comes along with. If it does come with an audio, it helps. Because on this audio, you can see the audio wave here to show where there is sound and where there is just empty air. Okay, for instance, you look at this side. Go ahead and type the name. Then there's silence there, some awkward silences in there. The name of the folder, okay. So when it comes to editing, you get the chance to remove all these spaces to ensure that the thing runs smoothly. And when you are recording, to try and leave those spaces in there, okay, leave those spaces in there, and they help to know where to start from. So let's go to the beginning of this video. I'm going to play this video, then we look at where we should remove the air in it, okay, like the empty spaces, or where should we even start from? Let's go. I just want us to see how that also works. Okay. So we are going to create a folder. I'll delete the one we created earlier. Let's create this folder. So to create a folder, Okay, so from all that you've heard, where do you think we should start cutting from? Which part do you think is not necessary for this video? I'm playing it again. I just want us to see how that also works. Okay. So we are going to create a folder. I'll delete the one we created earlier. Let's create this folder. So to create a folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever. Where should I start cutting from? Do you have any questions? Let me ask you before. Do you have any questions on what we've done so far? We are editing this video together. Do you have any questions on what we've done so far? Hello, can I be heard? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. We are also
Yes, sir.
our own small. Sir, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so are you working on yours
We can
too?
hear you, sir.
Are you working along?
Yes, sir, we are working along, sir.
Okay. So I just want you to listen to the audio again and tell me where you think we should start editing from. I want us to cut the beginning of the video. So how should we go about it? Where should we start from? That's all I want you to tell me for now. I just want us to see how that also works. Okay. So we are going to create a folder. I'll delete the one we created earlier. Let's create this folder. So to create a folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create a folder. Then you select where should we start editing from. We are going to use the cut. Okay, so first of all, you select your file. Then when you select the file, you place the playhead where you want to cut. I'm going to cut from the one we created earlier. We don't need all these parts, so we are going to create a folder and all that. Just want us to see how that also works. We don't need this. Okay. So we are going to create a folder. I'll delete the one we created earlier. We don't need all these parts. Let's create this folder. So to create a folder, okay, so I'll start from here to create a folder. And now you see where the playhead is. This audio waves there, they are so clustered I can't see the exact place. Okay, that's what guides. The audio head helps to guide because it's the sound I'm listening to. I'm listening to what I said to show me what to cut. Okay, so look at this. So to create a I want to start from to create a folder. Remove that so from there. To create a folder, good. So once I zoom in, okay, once I zoom in, I'm able to see the exact area where I mentioned the word I want to begin with. To create a folder, so I'm going to place the playhead there and click on the split. Okay, so I've splitted the files, both the audio and the video. I've splitted them, and I'm going to select the ones I've splitted, the smaller parts I don't want to appear in the audio, and just delete. Okay, you press delete on your keyboard and you delete it from there. Okay, then I'll move it back to the beginning. Otherwise, that empty space that has been created there, it will still be part of the video, but when you start your video, there is nothing going to show. Okay, so you might think that you have made a mistake, but it's just that you didn't move the files to the beginning of the video. Okay, so you see that for the first folder, for the first 12 or so seconds, there is nothing there. Okay, so let's just select the files and move it back to the beginning. And now this is where my audio is going to begin from. Or if there is a video I want to put here, an intro I want to put here, I can leave that space for that intro. Okay, but for now, no intro. So you let me just pull it back and play. To create a folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create a folder. Then you select new and then folder. Good. In as much as we want the audio to guide us, we should also be careful of what is showing. Okay, so that I don't cut. I want to cut this empty space, but on that at that same time, what is showing on the screen? Any empty space on your desktop or wherever I want to create the folder. Good. So there is no action between those two. So let me just select them again. Press S. Okay. Press S on the keyboard. Then bring the playhead to the beginning of that. Press the S again. Then I'll select that middle portion, that small middle portion, delete it, select the two and drag them. Now, if you could remember, I mentioned that there is this magnetic tool here on the track. Okay, so if I have that activated, what it does is it snaps the file once I delete something or I split something. So wherever I want to create the folder, then you select new. The empty space here to let's clear it and see if it will work for us. So you place the playhead there at the beginning of the part you want to delete. Always make sure your file is selected before you press the S. The S is the shortcut, or you go and use the button here. So you see that this time after deleting, there was no space left. Let me go back to the beginning. If you want to go back to the beginning of your file, you press on Control and Home, and it will send you to the beginning. So let's play. To create a folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create the folder. Then you select new and then folder. Go ahead and type the name of the folder. Okay, so there's more silence here. But again, be sure that there's no action going on. Okay, that the cut will disrupt. So let's cut this and see something. Let me deactivate the magnets. the name of the folder. Did you see what happened here? I want you to say something about what I just did here. What happened here? After I split it, go ahead and type the name, of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial.
You are supposed to drag the leftover to join the other side.
Good. So because I've not dragged it over, you see that there's still an empty space.
Yes. Right.
That's where the magnet comes in again. Okay, just watch this. Once I press this, if you drag it there. Okay. But there is another option. There's another option.
Right. Sir,
Yes.
please, after selecting that portion, what did you use to cut?
Pardon?
After selecting the empty space that you wanted to cut off, what tool did you use? Or where to cut that place off?
What tool did I use to
Cut off that
delete or cut that?
Yeah.
Okay, use the snap tool, the split tool. This is it, and the shortcut is S. Just S. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So after splitting, then you drag it back. Okay.
Okay.
Now there's this thing called ripple delete. And that was what I used here. Let's watch how that one also works. The ripple delete. You see this space here, this empty space. I want to delete it. Okay. So let me bring it to the end here. The name of the folder. Okay. So when you bring it here, you see these two marks there, the green and the red one. Just drag one. So I'm dragging the green one to cover this entire space. Okay. So this is the space I want to delete. So once I do this and I press the S, once I select it over, I don't even have to press the S, okay? You press Control Delete. It will automatically delete that portion for you instead of splitting and then deleting. Did you get that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Or you want me to go over that again? This empty space.
Yes, sir.
This empty space. You see the
So
player?
you just drag.
Yes, just drag one of them, whether the green or the red, to cover that space and press Control Delete.
Okay.
Type the name of the folder. Did it work for you too?
So we'll see it, but we are not up to that stage yet.
Pardon?
We've seen how it works on your screen, but we are not up to that stage yet. What you are doing here.
You have your laptop and your Camtasia open on it.
So I have mine, but I just want to focus on yours and then practice. Yeah, so I'm only watching.
Okay. All right. So now we are just cutting, okay? Cutting and deleting the parts we don't need. Let me continue playing this. And then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. Okay, so let me just go ahead and delete all those empty spaces, then we'll do the next thing. Once I'm done with that, okay, you can pause, you can restart, you can minimize. Okay, but we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. Something has happened in the video, so I'll just leave that mistake, then later you tell me what happened, so that we all learn from that mistake. Let me just do it. What happened was that my magnetic tool was still on, so the video and the audio didn't move. They didn't correspond very well. Here, okay, you can pause, you can restart, you can minimize. Okay, but we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. To create a folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create a folder. Then you select new and then folder. Go ahead and type the name of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, you can minimize. Okay, but we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. To create. So I ended the audio without, right. Okay, so now this is one thing you should know. Even though you cut, okay, you split your video and all that, it doesn't destroy it. You can always go back to having the same or the full video. I can just take this last portion of the video, the parts that I have split, okay, and look at what happens here. If I drag it out, I'm going to get the video from the beginning. Okay, so let me do this here. The video is not destroyed. You still have it until you export it. So the beginning of the video that was cut, where I said we didn't need. Let me just drag this to a folder. I'll delete the one we created earlier. Let's create this folder. So to create a folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever. So did you notice that the parts that are even cut out from the beginning is still around? You just have to drag it in. So in that same way, okay, to create a folder, yes, in that same way, if this is the video and it's a folder, I'll delete the one we created earlier. Let's create this folder. So to create a folder, and I don't need all this, the beginning parts or the end parts. I can just place the playhead where I want the video to begin, hold the ends and drag it in without having to split. Okay, you can place the playhead there. This works for the ends or where there is a split. Okay, so you just place the playhead there and drag it in. And once it gets close, one good thing about it is that it will automatically snap onto the playhead and it will end there until you drag it further. Okay, so when it gets close, it will just snap it to it. Create a folder. You create a folder. So this was why I zoomed in at the beginning when I was doing it. My word 2 is missing. Create a folder. So I want to bring it back. All I have to do is to hold out this side and drag it out. Go and look for where the 2 is. I think it's somewhere here. To create a folder, so just bring the playhead there and drag this part in. It will snap onto it. And then to create a folder, you have our toolbar. You right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create a folder. Then you select new and then folder. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out so that I see the full thing. Then I can select all and drag them back to the beginning. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Just tell me your observations and let's see what we can go over before I move on. I don't you have any question?
No question, sir.
Okay, so you see how the split works and all that. How to cut and okay. So the next thing I want us to do is, you see, let me go back to this video and this cancer. What I want us to do is this. See that as I speak, okay, you are watching my screen, but you might not be seeing what I'm doing very well. So I want to bring attention to the area I'm talking about. Okay, so for instance, you tell the person, type this website. You can zoom into that site so that they will see the typing as it goes on. It helps your viewers to follow what you are doing. Okay, but to have the background static like this doesn't really make it engaging enough. So I want us to start zooming into certain portions of the video, and that's where animations come in. Okay, and we are not going to use the presets here. We are going to use zoom and pan. Okay, and the zoom and pan is easy to use. So let's look at some areas that we think we need to zoom into. Let's pay attention to this part too. Create a folder. You right click on any empty space on your desktop, wherever you want to create the folder. Then you there is a mistake in this case. So let me just reduce the size. Okay, to a regular one. Okay. I'm just bringing some consistency. Yes, Emmanuel.
So, sir, I wanted to know, looking at where you are going to slide and then cut off certain parts of the audio and then the video, is it always that where there are no lines indicating that's the voice aspect, the audio part, no? Baby, I say, where empty, no, that means there was no sound at that place.
Yeah.
So that means that automatically we can just cut off those areas without maybe listening to the audio to that point, right?
Okay. So what I said was that usually once send America say yeah, then there will be sometimes I pause, then I continue. Okay, as
Yeah.
maybe do also. What happens is that because it's live, you don't really pay attention to it. But once it's recorded, okay, if there are those empty spaces in there, it becomes awkward. They are just listening. It looks like the person goes off, comes on. It becomes boring. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's we cut those parts out. But it's not the case that anytime you see that empty space, it means there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. Okay.
Yes. Sometimes it could be that it's because I'm doing something on the screen. For instance, I said,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm going to type this. I'll keep quiet and do the typing.
Okay.
So if you go ahead and just cut that part off because there was no speech going on,
we might lose
that
essential parts.
Yes. So that's why you have to check that part. Okay, this place is empty. There's no speech there. Let me check what happened. There was an action, but if there was no action and the thing was started, just cut it off. You get it?
Okay.
Just
Sir.
pay attention to that.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Please, with the zoom and pan, where did you get it from? I didn't see that place.
Okay, you go to animations. Look at the left panel, the first panel on the left. Do you see animations there? At the left
Yes.
side, you see animations. Okay. When you click on it, it's most likely that you see this option here. Is this what you see?
Okay.
Yeah. But beside that, you see zoom and pan. So press the zoom and pan. Click on that one.
Okay.
And this is what you're supposed to do.
Thank
You have it now. Okay. You're welcome.
Okay, sir. Mine is empty. Is it because I'm not working on anything? That's why it's empty.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we are here, I want us to be zooming into where we see the cursor go. Okay, and an action is taking place. So from the beginning, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create the folder. Then good. So at this point where I say then you select new. Okay. Let's zoom into that portion to indicate that you select new. And this is how you go about it. When you look at the zoom and pan, you see the rectangle around it, those nodes. Just drag the corner. Drag the corner. Oh. Scale to fit. If you make a mistake, just click on scale to fit and drag the corner to that side. You see that it has zoomed it onto the screen. You can even move the rectangle to make it look like this. Now see what's happening on the timeline. You see that there's an arrow with yes, a dot on it. The portion of the thing is missing. Yes. So let's go back and see something. Let's play it. Folder. Then let's see first. Empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create the folder. Then you select new and then folder. Did you see how it's moved very fast from the screen? You right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create the folder. Then you select new and then folder. Okay. Once the folder leaves the screen, then we will need to come back to the actual screen. Do you get that? Are you getting it? Once you bring in that animation, it means you've logged it to this side, but we have to bring it back to how it was. So just like you moved it, you can move it back here to fit, okay? Or just click on scale to fit. Or you go to animations and then drag restore and bring it back there. It will restore it to how it was. Whenever you do any animation and you want to bring it back to how it was, just go and drag restore and bring it back. Okay. So let me go back to it. The first animation is there. And just drag this. Sometimes this might not work perfectly if you don't do it well. You might end up scaling it somewhere. So you can just use the scale to fit all this. But make sure the playhead is at the place that you want that animation to be restored to. Okay, so let's play that portion again. Empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create the folder. Then you select new and then folder. Go ahead and type the name. Okay, we restored it, but here there's typing going on and we need to see the typing. So we can bring back the zoom and pan to that portion. Okay. Then when it goes forward a little, the name of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button. Okay, once it's done with the typing to, you can scale to fit to restore it. So wherever I want to create the folder, then you select new and then folder. Go ahead and type the name of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop. So we are supposed to see this, but because I wasn't sharing my full screen at the time, you couldn't see it. I think I was, but it just didn't show. That's how Camtasia works. So we have to zoom into that side too. So zoom and pan to that side too. Then let it go forward once it's done. Button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, you can minimize. Okay. So since we are still in that area, but we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to, let me just restore it before it ends. Okay. On your desktop or wherever you want to create the folder, then you select new and then folder. Go ahead and type the name of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, you can minimize. Okay, but we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. So do we get how to use the zoom and pan? There's a problem here. All right, to undo, we know it's Control Z, and just like Word, this place to Control Y is redo. Okay, it's not like Photoshop that has different options. So let's watch this one more time. Then to create a, you ask any question, folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create a folder. Then you select new and then the name of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, you can minimize. Okay, but we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. Any question? No questions. All right. If there are no questions, let me just talk about this arrow you see here. So when it comes to animations, we have what we call keyframes. Okay, we have what we call keyframes, and keyframes show the action or the points within which the action should take place. For instance, when
Hello,
you look at
sir.
this, yes.
Sir, so please, after the recording, how are you going to save it?
Oh, I talked about that, but you let me finish everything, then we'll all save together, then we'll move on. Okay.
Okay,
I want us
sir.
to add an audio to it. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
All right. But you can be doing your Control S to save what you are working on. We've not done that, so let's just say Control S. But to export it, we'll do that after we are done with the whole thing. So save as multimedia tutorial. And like I mentioned, automatically Camtasia has a folder. Okay, so you save it in there. All right. Yeah, so I was talking about these keyframes. Okay. When you hold down the the control key, it moves. It snaps to the various points there. Okay. Now these two dots there, we call them keyframes, and they show what should be happening. Okay. And the length of the arrow will tell you how long that action should take place. So if I shorten this, it means that animation will happen very quickly. Okay. Let's look at the initial one, how it happens, and when I shorten it or elongate it, let's see. And pull that. And then fold that. So you see how it happens slowly. Now let me shorten it. Did you see the speed? And fold that. Okay. So when it comes to animation, timing and spacing work together. Okay, timing and spacing work together. The space is one of the principles of animation. There are 12 principles. Timing and spacing come as a team because the space between the two key frames will determine the time or the duration within which the animation will happen. Okay, so if I make this long, the spacing is long, so it will take a longer time. So let's watch this. You and then slowly. Okay, but let me make this very short. And see how quickly it will happen. You get it? So depending on how you want your animation to be, you can make it very short or very long. Okay, just to control the speed of your or the timing of your animation. Okay. Now that we are done with this, let's just add a song or a background music. Okay. And see how that will also affect our work. Let me try this reggae tune. Let me just use this one. So all you have to do is to just drag it and drop it to the timeline. Okay. And since this one is an audio, it doesn't really matter whether it's at the top or it's under it. Look at the size or the duration of the song. It's more than 3 minutes. Let me undo this. Look at the duration of the whole tutorial. It's 35 seconds. Okay, 35 seconds. And the song is 3 minutes. So it has added to the whole thing. Okay, if I move the song away to end here, you see that the 35 seconds plus the length of the song or the duration of the song is what we have. The song is 3 minutes, 6 seconds. So we just have to reduce the duration. So like we did the other one, just come to the end and drag it in. That's if you want to reduce it from that end or the beginning. Okay. And let's just move that track to the background, or let's make it track 1. Let me rename this track back to how it was. Track 1, but you can rename it anyhow you want. You can make it background music or something. So let's play it and see. To create a folder, right click on any empty space, your desktop, wherever I want to create a folder. Then but the sound is louder than the background music is louder than the one speaking. Okay, so all you have to do is to just look at this bar on it, drag it down to reduce the volume. To create a folder, you right click on any, then you can still make it a bit lower. So let's just stretch this track, okay, and reduce the song a bit to just be cool in the background for us. To create a folder, you right click on any empty space on your desktop or wherever you want to create a folder. Then you select new and then folder. Go ahead and type the name of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as Multimedia tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, and minimize. Okay, so we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what's happening. What do you think we should do to the song? The video has ended, but the song is still playing.
Can't even hear it.
Can't hear the song. Eh? Is it after the so after the video, what you can do is to increase the song. Okay. But whilst the person is talking or whilst the voiceover is going on, it shouldn't be too loud to distract the listeners. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to split it here. That's why I've dragged the playhead there. Just hold down the control so that it will snap to the last part of the video, then split with your S. Okay, then you can select the last portion and raise the volume up. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, and minimize. Okay, but we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what's happening. Okay, by the way, it also ends abruptly. Isn't that cool? Let's go to the audio effects and bring in the fade out to the end of the track. Okay, so look at where the playhead is. When I'm bringing it, it will start at that point. So the playhead is very, very important when you're editing. It shows where the action should begin and all that. So now let's play and see. Okay, we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what's happening. bring the fade in here too, and you can raise this bar a bit. So align it to where this one ends. Okay, so that it will rise gradually.
Right.
Yes.
Meeting.
You don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens.
Cool, Anna. Sorry. I'm sorry, Anna. Okay. I don't know my friend or I'm fine.
You might turn off your microphone.
Please.
All right, so did we get that? Let's play the whole video again. It's just 46 seconds.
Hello, sir. I don't know if I'm the one not hearing the sound.
The sound for the video.
For the video, yes.
Oh, okay. Let me play it again and see. But can you hear
Same
the
here.
voice? Okay. Coming. To create a folder, you right click. Can you hear me now? Can you hear the sound? On any empty space on your desktop, wherever you want to create a folder, then you select new and then folder. Right? Can you hear the sound?
Yes, sir. We can hear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then type the name of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, and minimize. Okay. You don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what's happening. So I just added the sound, the audio effects, and you see how the song rose. Okay, it rose after the speech of the voiceover narration. Then it also died down slowly.
Sir, please, the audio we didn't hear.
So I wonder why people said yes. Sir, we can hear your voice, but the Tuesday vibes, we can't hear it.
Okay, let me try it again. Create a folder, right click on any empty space on your desktop, wherever you want to create a folder. Then you select new and then folder. Go ahead and type the name of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, and minimize. Okay, we don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what's happening.
Suma, did you hear that now?
No, I didn't.
Okay, then it's your end, though. Your end.
So I think it's okay. Let's move on.
Okay. All right. So we've just created a short tutorial. Okay. And for every tutorial, you need an intro and an outro as well. So once the video stops playing, the part that the song is playing, even if you can't hear it, The part that is playing, what do you think you can put here? You can just write thank you here. Okay. And let it go away. So let's bring in annotations here. And the annotations, we can pick one with a shape, for instance, this one, and type the thank you inside. Okay. So if you bring in an annotation like this, once it's selected, look at where it is. Once it's selected, I mentioned that you get the chance to alter the properties. Okay, so the first part, the second part, and the third part. The first part is the shape. Okay, is the shape itself. Then the second part is the text within the shape. And the third part is the whole thing combined. Okay, so let's look at the scale. For the shape, then if you want to edit the text inside, just double click the text in it, and you can edit it. So let me say thank you, an exclamation mark. Then you can change the font style. Okay, just change the font if you want to, and change the color if you want to. Okay, so for this, I think the white is okay, but I could make it a bit bolder. Let's see if it can work here. Yeah, so you make it bold. And that's okay. You are keeping it simple. So once the audio stops playing, we can stretch it to the end. Once the audio stops playing, let's see what happens. See, thank you. Once the video stops showing, the tutorial ends, you see thank you. Look at it. We don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. Then it just appears abruptly like that. Okay. We can still add something to it to make it more interesting. And we mentioned behaviors from the beginning. So let's look at the behaviors and pick any of them. We can bring any behavior here. So let me bring the jump and fall again. So you drag it over. Over the media you want to apply it to. So now let's see how it appears. You don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. Did you see how it worked out nicely? Then between the two, still going to press stop. Let's see what happens. We can do something. Instead of just the black screen, we can bring in a transition. I'm just trying to apply all of these things that we've seen. Let's look for dissolve, a simple one like dissolve, so that one will dissolve into the other. So when you select it, see what happens. Once you select a transition, you see that the ends of the media files that can receive it are highlighted. Okay, the ends, because transitions happen between the files. So at the end, and look at the green highlights there. You can extend it or reduce it. Extending shows that it will happen longer. Okay, and reducing it is just the vice versa of that. So let's just use this and see how it dissolves into the other one. You don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. Let me add one last thing, then we export it. One last thing, I'm going to move my playhead to the beginning. And like I mentioned, if you can put in an outro, sorry, an intro, the one at the back is called outro. So if you can put in an intro, you just leave a space in front and put it there. I have this one, I did some time back just for demonstration purposes. Okay. Let me bring it to the media before I drag it down there. So just drop it here. It's quite long, so wants to overshadow them. The intro is even longer than the entire video itself. So this is where you can minimize the track or just extend this portion so that you see the whole thing very well. Okay. Zoom in and zoom out of the timeline to help you view everything well. So I select all this and move it to the end of the intro. Okay. It happens in layers. Don't forget this. This is where the intro ends and the video is supposed to start after the intro. But if you don't align it well, okay, and it starts somewhere here, you see that whilst you are playing it, the other one will also be playing, but you'll not be seeing anything. So this one is even smaller. You see that it's on it. So make sure that you align things very well. Okay. If you hold the control to it helps you to align very well. So this is my intro. I can even drag it to this side where the video is because it doesn't start there. And I think that one will help you to know that you're aligning well. Okay. Now that this is here and it's smaller than the screen, I'll just increase it to fill the screen. Okay, so it fits the screen now. To create a folder. This was just for demonstration purposes. Next week, God willing, I'll let us learn how to create something like this. Okay. How to create something like this. This portion, I didn't create it. I just downloaded this. Then I animated the Arsenal logo and added the welcome, the background music and everything to it. So you can also get something like this, any abstract thing like this. Then you come and use it. Okay. Any question before I export it? Any question? Any question before we export?
I think you can continue.
Okay. So once we are done with all this, we just have to go to export at the top right corner. When you click it, it said you select your local file, okay? Because we want to save it on our laptop, but if you want to save it on Google Drive, that option is there. You want to upload it on YouTube too, it's there. So local file, then the file name is multimedia tutorial as we did name it earlier. We choose our file location, okay? I mentioned from the beginning that you create a folder where you save it. I'll just leave it in the Camtasia folder. The file type is a video, so MP4. That's the recommended one too. Then export. If you want to change the location of the file, you can change it here. So when you click export, this is what is going to happen. It's going to render it, okay, and put all of them together. They are different media files. They put all of them together to get one file. Now the duration for rendering depends on the size of your file. Okay, some can take hours. This one is a 1 minute 12 second video. So the the duration will determine how long it will take to render. Okay. So if it's a very big file and it's keeping long, don't get angry. Just take your time, leave it and let it render. So be done very soon.
So that means you are supposed to get a very fast machine for you to be able to work.
The machine,
fast.
yes. Yes. The machine also counts. So it's done exporting the file. The media file successfully exported. You can close view media or open file location. So I want us to view media and see what we created.
Wow.
Hey,
Can you hear the sound?
No, sir.
To create
No,
a
sir.
folder, I can see that you are not hearing it.
On
any empty
Yeah,
space.
now, yes, the
So
sound has come.
wherever you want to create a folder, then you select new and then folder. Go ahead and type the name of the folder, and then you press enter. So I'm saving this one as multimedia tutorial. And once I'm done with that, I'll just press the stop button here. Okay, you can pause, you can restart, and minimize. Okay, so you don't need any of those things. I'm just going to press stop. Let's see what happens. So that's it. Next week, we'll use some custom animations. This one, we use the presets. Okay, next week is for practical, so we'll do more.
Yes, sir.
And try as much as possible to have your laptops with you. Okay. Did it look like it's something difficult?
No.
Hello, sir.
But
Yeah.
it's complex.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
This is
you-
more like how you use CapCut and then these in videos to make like videos and those things.
It's not like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really different though. This one is different though.
Oh yeah, this one comes with more features. That one is true.
Yeah.
But it's works like with the same mechanisms. That's what I'm trying to imply.
Yeah. So this one is very good for tutorials and walkthroughs and all that. If you have a slide you want to teach, okay, like we've been doing, you can just record with Camtasia. Then once you are done, you come and edit it here. Zoom in where you need to zoom in. Put some music in the background, animations where you need them, and you are good to go. Okay. If you use this, you can use this for more than this tutorial. I told you can start making adverts and making money. See, contracts now. After next week, you should be able to do more. But make sure that you get a slide. Create one. Okay, those who couldn't finish it. Create very nice slides, maybe 4 or 5. And record your screen. Okay, let's reserve that one for end of semester. And
Sir, you are going too far.
So why are you angry with us?
Oh no, but I'm telling you the truth that the slides you are going to create, you create slides in Google Slides, okay? Then you record your screen whilst teaching it. It shouldn't take long, maximum 3 minutes. So it's not a lot of content, okay? The whole thing should be 3 minutes after you edit it. Then you bring it into Camtasia. Come and add these little things we added.
Features, okay.
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 Okay, so you teach it as if you are teaching your students. You not it shouldn't be more than 5 minutes. And it shouldn't be 1 minute.
We let start finish with the practicals. When we are done with the practical, that will determine whether we can do it or not.
Or you can do it. What we did today, can you do it? What we did today, can you do it on your own?
Sam.
So we'll try.
Okay. So this is what is going to happen. Just record a simple thing like what I did. How to create a new folder. You are IT students, there are a lot you can do. Change desktop background, something simple. Okay, move a folder, copy and paste, something simple. Just record something like that and do the same editing we've done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And this one, everyone should do it. When you do it and you send it, it will be on standby. End of semester, it can support you.
20 marks.
Yes, end of semester is 20 marks.
30 is good.
So it can support you. Just do it. Next week, we'll use it in class. Okay. Next week, we'll use it. You can record more. The next week, whilst you are practicing, you'll be doing it along, and that will help. Because for practical days, I think we use 6 hours. So try and record a screen or something you would want to edit. Okay. If you practice whilst you do it, it becomes easier for you. It's good that today you just watched. Now practice on your own, and next week we'll all do it together. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Say, Pachano, Nyabutrama, you're easy.
Oh, me person me mamu skills everywhere.
So where they good? Saturday way. You met me used to but the time time or no. No problem.
You can create social media adverts for people. What's the name? Instagram. Once the Instagram screen size count, pay images be now animate. You know the words count. Then you take some money from the person and give it to them. These startups, so performance starting on businesses. Okay. So let's make good use of it. We'll call it a day.
That's why we so exams so say 1 hour set.
Exams in the near message.
Aye. That's why what
Oh, Martin, as I said the medical book.
And the exam why?
Yeah, yes, no.
Okay. They do remember.
Okay, sir.
So
what's my one?
Yeah.
Oh, Messi, my book get a castle for now.
I did a phobia, but what?
How Matthias here. What for Matthias here? What else?
Sir,
Next week, one can just say, "Oh, I need bit my."
Any day, saying,
you do every time I'll call you.
But yes, yeah.
I may practical, may never be your ideas. Why?
Mate. Me, I best start with Miss Slice, no.
And me, I'll call you now. It's not ideas. Say the baby to my man, come on.
Mate.
Okay.
All right. So Godwin will meet next week. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. All right.
Okay.
You are the best teacher in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
I was here for.
Now say call no is being recorded. Now say call no is being recorded.
Yeah.
Could be there too.
Hey, Easter Mary copy fufudi. Auntie Mary.
Yes, I'm calling being recorded. Right.
Messi copy fufudi men kashi. Hey, Jum. Kubi.